What's good, y'all? It's the Realhooptalks podcast. We are back. Why did you have to do this, bro? In the intro, though, like he's not even. Never mind. We back with another pod, man. It's your boy EGF Hoops here. We here with your boy Mikeyhooptalks. I don't know why you repping that jersey, bro.
I've been excited this whole week to get to this podcast. This is gonna be one of my favorites. I love the annual top 20 list of the of I love it. We need it. And in honor of the top 20 list, that's why I have this with me.
I don't know, Mike, man. He might not be top 40.
This is why I have this with me.
I don't even know.
You're gonna be surprised where I got Russ at.
Where?
You see?
We'll see. No. He's not about to troll.
We'll see.
Ranked 65, bro. It's no way. No.
We'll see.
Man, as y'all can tell, man, as Mikey's excited, we got a top 20 list, y'all. We do this every single year. Now, I got next to me, I don't know. You still got your list from last year?
I do. I have I do. I have them side by side.
Group chats. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of these players are still here, and a lot of them fell off. Like, just little teasers. Chris Paul not on this list, man. We argued
Chris
about
Paul wasn't on my list. Chris Paul wasn't on my list last year.
We argued about this last year. All last year is who's better, Paul or Booker. I have Paul better. You have Booker better. Paul is off the damn list. So, teaser.
Looks like. Well, yeah, I want to. I've been ready all week.
Honorable mentions first?
I guess I'm gonna say like where they were last year too on my list.
I got it written down.
Okay.
We do honorable mentions.
We could do honorable mention. We could do 2 to 3. Yeah.
Broke my fucking earring. Anyways, honorable mention, man. This is the top 20 list, so I tried my best. I was talking to Mike about it. I tried my absolute best to get Ben Simmons on this list. Ben Simmons did not make the list. It's devastating. I know. Ben Simmons, you will be on here next year. I'm not sure. We'll do this next year. Ben, you're going to be on here, but Ben did not make the list. Surprisingly, Kyrie Irving did not make my list either. He made my list last year. Last year, he was my 18. Kyrie did not make my list.
These are honorable mentions? Okay.
Yeah. Kyrie did not make my list. Jaylen Brown did not make my list. Zach LaVine did not make my list. It's a tough cut. Chris Paul did not make my list.
Bro, he's not an honorable mention. Stop bringing up Chris Paul. He doesn't deserve to be in the honorable mention category. He's not that close. Like, there are several people deserving over Chris Paul.
That's mad disrespect.
It's the truth. He's not top 20.
Oh. A couple more that I had last year that made my list. Draymond Green, honorable mention. I tried my best, Dre. He just won a ring with Dre.
That was insane.
That was performances didn't match. You wasn't here much, and I don't. Oh yeah, we didn't even explain what our list is. I guess we'll get to it. And Rudy Gobert did not make my list this year, bro. Gobi, I'm sorry, Gobi. We got players that just got better. We honorable mentions.
No, we got players who been better. You just realized that they're better now.
It's mad disrespect.
Gobi, Draymond, or Ben Simmons was never top 20. I just want to put that up. Or Chris Paul.
Ben Simmons was never top 20.
Maybe Ben Simmons, but not Chris Paul, Gobi, or
Draymond
Gobi.
was
No, he wasn't. It's not. No. Draymond's not even. You know how I feel about Draymond. I will get nasty. I will get nasty on this pod about Draymond. You know how I feel about Draymond. Isn't top 40. Draymond ain't top 40.
That's disrespectful.
Draymond ain't top 40.
That's disrespectful, bro.
My honorable mentions, a guy you always disrespect. You don't even have him in your honorable mentions. Bradley Beal, one of the best shooting guards in the league. I will also throw Cat in my mix. Cat did not make the cut for me. And
That's not top 20?
Cat didn't make the cut for me. And he made it. I don't think he made it last year neither. Cat did not make it last year.
Cat ain't on your list for real?
Cat is not on my list. He will be 21, but he is not on my list. I'm interested to see who you got who's not in your list that has Cat spot. Okay. I know who it's gonna be. It's gonna be the first person I say. I know who it is. I know who it's gonna be. And I don't want to say anybody you said, so I'm gonna say Cat, Beal, and I will throw in there DeMar DeRozan and Chris Middleton. Honorable mentions.
Chris Middleton? Chris is in top 20. I want to see you on your list now, bro. I bet
Wait,
you
Chris is in your top 20? I want to see who's not in your... You know what? We about to get right to it. 20. Number 20.
Wait. We gotta explain the list. So what is this? This is predicting
Bro,
what they're going to do this.
Bro, I factored in both, I guess, because if you... I don't know. If
Right, is this what we think is going to be at the end of next season or going into this season?
I more so said going into next season with a little bit of a mixture of predictions because players like Kawhi, Zion, we couldn't base off last year. So my grading scale was more so ranked off of coming into this year, going off last year. But I did factor in projections a little bit, but not too much, I guess.
I got projections in there on top of where they ended last year, onto what I expect from them coming into this season.
So what's more important, projections or last year?
I just kind of did just to make. I guess I just did kind of 50-50. Like, what's a good example?
Because like for players like Dame, Kawhi, you kind of have to. You kind of have to do a projection. Yeah.
But I still have players like Tatum projected. Like, I don't got Tatum exactly where I had him last year, but I got him farther just based off of what I think he could become this season as well. Like
a player like who?
Tatum. Just projection as well. If you like, just trying to project a leap or not.
Can't wait to talk about KD. Oh, I'm gonna go first. Number 20, a man who I know is not on your list, but he cracked mine. Donovan Mitchell is top 20, and I think he dropped. I was pretty high on Donovan. You gotta respect me. I was high on Donovan Mitchell last year. Oh, I actually wasn't. Donovan Mitchell was 19. Beal was 20. So Beal dropped out.
Donovan Mitchell was top 20 in the NBA.
Donovan Mitchell was 19 last year. He dropped one spot to 20 on Mikey's list. Book was 21 last year.
He was my 23 last year.
Okay, I mean, it speaks for himself, man. The only reason why the Jazz are relevant, always getting sold out in the playoffs. He's what is he, top 5 in playoff scoring? All-star, All-NBA talent. We know what Donovan Mitchell can do. I mean, top 20. He cracked it again. Donovan Mitchell is top 20. You will respect Donovan Mitchell. And it's not because of the Cavs either. I've always been big on Mitchell.
It's because of the Cavs.
I've always been big on Donovan Mitchell. Why you just disrespect him? You don't see his value.
Least clutch player in the league, plays no defense, has no off-ball.
You saw the press conference yesterday? He fixing that. We're playing defense this year. We're playing D this year.
No, it's gonna be hiding behind Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. He's got instead of one Gobe, he has 2 basically.
Okay.
Donovan Mitchell really he's not on my list.
I know he's not on your list. He's not even an honorable mention?
No.
But Chris Paul is?
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell is way better than Chris. You know what? We're not going to get into way better because we'll be doing this for 3 hours because I can name. Oh, my God.
Nah, y'all, man. I thought it took me. We picked this topic on Friday. It is Thursday. Since Friday, I've been going back and forth about players, man. Number 20 is Paul George. PG-13 is number 20, man. Pretty obvious. Coming back this season, he was out last season for the most part, and the Clippers are heavy favorites. So I thought it was pretty. I low-key think I underrated him, but there's just so many good players in this league. Last year I had him 18. He is up, went down 2 spots to 20. We gonna need him, man. We need consistency out of Paul George. We don't need no more playoff P's, you know. Got a great ball handle. Got the shot. Kawhi coming back, so not all the pressure is on him. We got John Wall now. We got Norman Powell is gonna be back. Man, Paul George.
One of the smoothest players in the NBA. One of my favorite players to watch. PG, he a bucket. Can't get mad at that ranking. That's a solid ranking. Okay, we starting off number 19. You gonna find this one quite amusing. A lot of people say this guy can come back, but I don't see it. It just doesn't happen like that in sports. You don't get older and turn back the clock. It usually doesn't happen like that. Obviously, we got our exceptions with Tom Brady and LeBron, the GOAT, obviously. But he was 10 last year, so that means he dropped 9 spots.
drop 9 spots.
I came to the realization that James Harden is not a top 15 player anymore.
That is crazy as fuck. That is crazy.
James Harden is 19.
No, you don't get to say something like that. No.
James Harden is 19. He has to show me. He has to show me a good postseason. Wait. So the guy who basically shadowed me all year last year for having him where I had him. I drop him under players that you said were better, and now it's a problem.
No, you cannot just switch up like that, bro. What is James? All right, answer this. What has James Harden done to drop him 9 spots from you? You was arguing. Oh, Harden's better than Joel. It's Harden's team. So tell me, what made him drop 9 spots?
He was very inconsistent last year. His playoffs was bad. I mean, I don't know what to say. And then that's all I can say concerning him. And then when you look at the players I have above him, they all proven to be better than him. I mean,
you ain't buying into the hype of James Harden's about to have this comeback year, MVP type year. Some people got him dark horse for MVP.
I can see him having a better year than last year, definitely. But in terms of MVP level, I don't see that. He will still be an all-star. Top 20 you're a great player in this league. If you're a top 20, you're a bottom 10. But like I said, he'll still be an all-star, might make an all-NBA team, maybe, who knows. But I don't see him being at MVP level, jumping back into the top 10. Like I said, these players that I have above them, going off projections as well, I don't think he's going to be better than these players. I just don't. I mean, the highest he could jump, maybe 17 on my list, but I think that would be hard for him. I don't know. He's definitely not going to get back in that top 10. I don't see him dropping in the top 15. I don't know.
It is hard as that second option to stay top 10 or really stay top 15 unless you're somebody like probably AD. I mean, he dropping me too with 10 to 19. That's tough. Look at you. You recognize how bad he plays in the playoffs. I don't even blame you, man. My 19 did not make my list last year. So we got a newbie on the list. I got a couple players on here that wasn't on my list last year, but this is the first of them. Pascal Siakam. Now I said a lot of things about the Raptors. One of my favorite teams to watch. Pascal made third team on NBA last year, and last year he had a career highs in points, rebounds, and assists. I trust him. He has the keys. I expect to jump out of Scotty Barnes. He has an all-star teammate in Van Vliet. He's ahead of it. He said in his media day yesterday he wants to become a top 5 player. Do I think it's going to happen? No. But he has all the keys. He has the length. He has the shooting. He has the post. He has the playmakers. He has it all around him for him to succeed and be the man on this team. I expect to jump out of him, so that's why he made my list. It is a rough Eastern Conference. The Raptors going to be going at it with the Cavs. It was going at it last year without Pascal there. So with Pascal,
we were better until we got injured. No, we weren't going at it. We were better until we got injured. Let's be serious.
That's some heinous shit, bro.
We weren't. I just had to throw that in there.
Van Vliet missed a decent part of the season. Pascal, he got all the tools around him for Pascal to just succeed as the leader on this team. I do see him being top 20 going into this season. And I'm a believer in Pascal. Spicy P.
I want another honorable mention. I just want to throw this in there. Anthony Edwards. I think by the time
he's not
what? Yes, he is. He will be. He will be. Anthony Edwards will be there. Guaranteed. I guarantee it. Anthony Edwards is better than Pascal Siakam right now.
No, he's not, bro. No, he's not.
You're too high on Pascal. There's no way Pascal is better than that. Pascal is better than Donovan Mitchell?
Yes.
No, he is.
Third team All NBA. He's a champion.
I don't care.
23, 9, and 6? 50, 35, 80 shooting?
23, 9, and 6?
Pascal, man.
He's not better than
Hey, I bet you if it was Julius Randle 2 years ago, it'd be different, bro.
You and Kylan are the one who said he was superstars. I called y'all out. I called y'all out on y'all bluff.
22, 5, and 10. Fuck out of here. Look at 19.
I can't get mad at it. 19. Oh, I said 19. 18.
18,
yeah. Man. With this guy, man, I'm still not even sure about this ranking. Like as I speak, this might change tomorrow. It might change in the next 30 minutes. This guy is easily the hardest player to rank on my list. It's like his range is so wide. Last year he was 15. This year he's 18. I do think he will have a great year, but he has to show me that before I reward him. I'm gonna go with Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is still top 20, but he dropped. He dropped from 15 to 18. Anthony Davis. I will go with Anthony Davis. Huh?
You had him 15 last year?
I gave him 15 because I was still kind of in that like, oh, it's AD. Down, he's just having a down year in that mode. But 2 down years in a row, 2 injuries. Like I said, other players around him getting better, surpassing him. It would be disrespectful for me to just keep using his name and not what he's producing to just put him over him. And I thought about it. I will think he will climb up, but right now Anthony Davis is 18. I got to go 18 for 80. Man.
I don't really blame you on this. Yeah, he is another hard player to rank. He has been falling. I remember like 2 years ago, I was
like, that's true. A lot of people say him and LeBron were the best 2 players in the league.
Said that he was number 2 in the league. Now he on most lists. He dropped out of the top 10. Now he's out of the top 15. That's tough.
If he has another bad year this year, and I don't know, players like Anthony Edwards get better, or who knows, man? He might drop even more. I hope not, but Jesus.
Can't get any worse than this.
It can't. It can't. It can't.
Man, my number 18 is a champion. Just somebody who Giannis needed.
And
everybody needs him. Just Giannis, he didn't need an all-star. He just needed a Chris Middleton. My boy Chris Middleton is number 18. Now I got a mixed relationship with this man. We all know this. Chris Middleton has done a lot of things to make me hate him. We got the 2019 semifinals against the Raptors. He was missing his wide open shots against Miami in 2020. 2021, he had his games. He did his thing against the what?
No, he had a great run. Give him his credit. He had a great run. He had a 40-point game. He had a 40-point game in the finals. Give him his credit. He averaged 25 and 6 in that finals. Give him his credit.
Game 7 against the Nets, him and Drew almost sold Giannis. Giannis had to take care of the business, though. He did what he had to do. Now, last year he got hurt. That's 3 out of 4 years where Chris Middleton has stopped Giannis from winning a ring. Giannis should really be 4-0, 3-1 right now, but
he won't win last.
He was like 1% off of 50, 40, 90 like 2 years ago. He didn't make it, Mike, but he was close. Mid-range assassin. He's one of the only shot creators on that Bucks team. He's a big part of that Bucks team. So I do have him 18, and I do have the Bucks coming out of the East this year. But he's 18. My boy Chris, I don't know how he didn't make your list. He was an all-star last season.
I love Chris. You want to talk about walking back? You want to talk about going back?
Got somebody. Oh my God! I knew I was gonna do it, dude.
Who you forget?
Jimmy Butler is not on my list.
You forgot Jimmy Butler? What? No, that's inexcusable. I'm sorry. I'm thinking you're gonna say somebody like.
I knew that was gonna happen, bro.
You can't. That's inexcusable. I'm sorry. I can't defend that. I thought you were gonna say somebody like Devin Booker or something. But you can forget Devin Booker. But we don't forget Jimmy Butler. You can't forget Jimmy Butler. Come on, man. Come on, man. How do you forget? You forgot Jimmy Buckets? Are you serious?
Just say yours, bro. I'm trying to sneak him in somewhere, bro.
Okay, yeah, you do that. I respect that. Talking about me going back on Harden as much as you hate Chris. 17. He dropped. Did he drop or go up? He dropped 1 spot from last year. 17. Dang, everybody dropped so far. 17 is Paul George. I mean, you covered him. I mean, you basically said everything that needs to be said. I mean, Paul George. I'm going to go Paul George 17. I think Paul George, my 15 through 17 is very interchangeable. I just wouldn't throw that out. I'm still kind of in the mix with that. But Paul George is.
Paul George was your way.
17.
My list is fucked up now.
Yeah, it fucks up the numbers. Yeah. Wait, so now who's not top 20? Who was your 20?
Siakam. So now my
Yeah.
20 is Siakam. Let me just put it back.
Wait, who was your 20? Who dropped from to 21?
PG. So Paul
PG.
George is
Damn.
my PG is my 21. Siakam's my 20. Chris is 19. So would this be 18 or last one was 18?
I just gave my 17, so
Who was your 18?
my 18 was AD. Your 18
Yeah,
was
so my 18
Chris.
is now Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis was my 17. So we both had AD 18. So you just said Joe 17. It was PG. So now it's my 17.
Right. So Chris was your 19 now.
Yeah.
Okay. So AD's our 18. Okay.
So my 17 was ranked 19th last year. So I guess he went up a couple spots. I guess it's deservingly with some players falling like AD. And you said he was an honorable mention. Karl Anthony Towns. Now, I put the most pressure on him going into this season. Karl Anthony Towns got the Minnesota Timberwolves to the playoffs. They actually had he won them 7 games. He won them. The Minnesota Timberwolves have not been to a game 7 or even won more than one playoff game in about 17 years. And Karl Anthony Towns did
Anthony Edwards.
much no playoff play. But
Anthony
he got there, and he said he put a lot of pressure on himself, and I expect another jump from Karl Anthony Towns. Surprisingly, I never thought that I'd say he'd be above Anthony Davis in 2022.
Oof.
But he is. I trust Karl Anthony Towns. Rudy Gobert in that paint, he doesn't have to try and be the rim protector. He's not to worry about that. All he got to do is do what he do. He had a 60-point game this season. Best three-point shooting big ever. I'm going to go along with that over Dirk and over all these other players. Karl Anthony Towns is my 17. I expect big things out of him, man. Got it.
I can't even get mad at that. I mean, like he didn't crack mine, but I can't get mad at that. Okay. I'm gonna go 16. Oh my god. This man was 21, I believe, yes. Now you know how I feel about this guy, but I guess I have to come to terms and respect him. You know how I feel about this guy, man. He kind of still has to show me more. I don't even know what to say. Devin Booker made the top 20 list. He is 16.
Why are you acting like that's
Yes, he made top 20. That's good enough. That's what?
Why are you acting like that's some type of surprise or like it's something that's like he's a bonus top 20. He should have been top 20. You're disrespectful as fuck, dog.
I don't know if he's better than Donovan Mitchell. I just don't.
You don't.
I don't know if he's better. I don't know if he's better than Paul George. I don't know that. I can't just say he's over Paul George. If you say Paul George is better than Devin Booker, I won't fight you.
You're talking about MVP candidate Devin Booker.
He wasn't an MVP candidate.
Number 1 seed, 25 points per game.
What did he do before Chris Paul? They were in the lottery year after year after year. Year after year after year.
He can't have help. He's supposed to run.
He had the same team, and they added Chris Paul, and they go to the finals. That was Chris Paul.
They got Jay Crowder. They got a campaign, maybe.
Stop it. He made my list. I don't know what you want me to do. What? You want him to be top 10? Do you want him to be... he made my list. He made my list.
16. He couldn't be top 15.
I said my 15 through 16 was tight, and my 15 is gonna get wild. I'm not gonna lie, but
Devin
yeah,
16 MVP candidate just went to the finals last year, back-to-back 40-point games in the finals.
And what he do when everybody was healthy? He blew an 0-2 lead to Luka by himself.
Chris Paul, bro. Devin Booker 6. I can't. That shit is still disrespectful.
No, it's not. Oh my god.
My 16 is somebody you already named, man. I was never high on him. I've been high on him for about 2 years now. And I don't understand the hype around this man. It's James Harden, by the way. I don't understand the hype why he's supposed to be this MVP candidate, especially playing with the person that just came second in MVP twice. I told all these Philadelphia fans that next year in the playoffs, now that Joel Embiid has help, he was still going to play bad. And this was probably the worst playoff run James Harden has had in like maybe 10 plus years. Played horribly, and I don't see much improvement. I'm happy that he's healthy. I'm happy that he has more pieces. I just expect him to probably get somewhere around 20 points, 9 or 10 assists a game. And quite frankly, I don't think that's top 15 in a league where it's constantly getting better. Big part of it is the playoffs, though. At least I
Yeah,
know
that's what
other players is going to give me something that James Harden just simply isn't.
James Harden still top 15. Okay, I can deal with
16.
that. Or 16. Okay, almost. Oh, we getting into clutch time. This top 15. Okay. Okay. My 15. I don't. I think he's gonna have a big year. He has a kind of a lot to prove. He should have a lot to prove. We never know what's going on with this man's mind. So I guess this is a little bit of projection, I guess, but and going off of what we've seen because when he plays, there's no problem with his play. It's just his off court antics. Kyrie was top 15. I gave Kyrie the nod this year. I think last year he was. Let's see. Kyrie Irving was 18. He was 18. So Kyrie and Devin Booker got up. Kyrie, I gave Kyrie the nod. Kyrie is top 15.
Better than Devin Booker.
Yes. Kyrie Irving is a better basketball player than Devin Booker. Yes.
So if you had a team and you had to pick a player to play for you, you'd pick Kyrie Irving over Devin Booker.
I would. I'm picking Kyrie Irving.
That is disrespectful, dude.
How? He's 28, 5-5, 50, 40, 90. What are you talking about?
He's never here.
When he is here, though.
I tried to sneak Kyrie on my list, and I just couldn't.
Dude, he's better than fucking Siakam. Come on.
No, he's not.
That's not even close. That's not even a conversation.
Like, the best player is taking you to the playoffs.
Kyrie
NBA.
Bro, stop taking them to the playoffs as if that's like that's a milestone. A top 40 player can probably get a team to the playoffs. What are you talking about?
Donovan Mitchell ain't making the playoffs without Rudy Gobert if he stays in Utah. No, he's not.
You're crazy.
Kyrie over Cat over AD over.
Yes.
Kyrie is better than Harden.
Right now, I will give Kyrie the nod.
Harden is facilitating the entire offense. All Kyrie is doing is scoring.
Bro, I don't know, man. I'm giving it to Kyrie, man.
Over D-Book? That was
yes, definitely over Devin Booker. Yes. Kyrie Irving is better than Devin Booker.
No, I just added in my 15. I guess this projection somewhat because obviously last year he played better than the 15 best player in the NBA. I just added him to my list is Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler is my 15, man. This projection, obviously, now with the Miami Heat not really making any moves to get them better, and with Jimmy aging and all that they're asking him to do, I either think I know everybody hate that I predict injuries or whatever, but like it's no way that we expect this man to continuously carry the offensive and defensive load constantly. I get what Bam said. I want to take 18 shots this season in his media day yesterday. I'm not trusting it. We've heard that every year from him. So it's all on Jimmy Butler to carry the offense because Kyle Lowry is older. Tyler Hero can't do nothing but score off the bench inconsistently. And it's all on Jimmy. Jimmy's guarding the best player on the other team when it's not a big. And he's going to be the only offense that they really have. Keeping it a buck. So he's going to be top 15, but I don't expect him to have as good of a year as he did last year. Even though the Miami Heat was up and down, the East has gotten better, the Miami Heat has gotten worse. And with him having to carry the load, his team is going to obviously fail. They're not going to be a top 3 seed this season. If everybody is healthy, it is not happening. They might not even be a top 5 seed with the Cavaliers getting better and the Nets being back. It might happen. I got Butler as 15.
Butler is 15. Okay, okay. 15. Oh, 14. This guy was 24 last year. That was a bad ranking. That was a shitty ranking. Ja Morant. Ja Morant is top 15. Ja Morant is way better than Pascal Siakam. Is Ja Morant on your list? Okay. So that means you have him higher than Siakam. Good. Ja Morant is 14. Great year, great jump in his third year last year. Yeah, third year. Had everybody questioning whether or not he's a superstar. Still looking for a little bit more. Still looking for more in the postseason. I think this year will definitely be the year where we probably get closer and maybe not superstar yet, but it's definitely going to get closer. Even though the Grizzlies will probably drop. They are going to drop as long as the West is healthy. I think Ja will still do his thing. What he showed last year, what was he? Second team All NBA, All Star starter. Had a great year. I gotta give Ja the nod. He's top 15.
No, I hate this player. I hate him. I'm gonna give it 1,000. I used to be a fan of him, but I hate this player. My 14 is Ja too, and I hate him. I don't like anything about Ja Morant. He's cocky. He's condescending. He think he does something. You think you have the right to dance on a logo when you played horrible that entire series? He does nothing but talk. You think he's doing something coming to media day with grills in? You got grills. You got dreads.
Well, he was on pace.
He must be a character off the Boondocks. It's like I try my best to push him as low as possible, and he's just my 14. Now, I expect a fall from the Memphis Grizzlies for sure. His team went 26-5 without him, or 21-5 without him last year, and the Grizzlies are going to fall. They will be in the playoffs. Ja Morant will be lucky if he's an All-Star this year, and he is not going to make an All-NBA team this year. There will be no conversation about superstar with Ja Morant unless you think superstars lead teams to the bottom 8. It's not happening. He shouldn't even be here. I can't wait.
Wait,
what happened?
So you think a player you think is top 15 won't make the All-Star team?
He'll make the All-Star team. I was guessing, but he's not making All-NBA again.
But not in All-NBA?
Yeah, for sure. That's not happening again.
So who's here now that's going to take his spot?
Maybe James Harden, maybe Kyrie. Shit, I may even consider fucking Did Jimmy Butler make it last year?
No, he was a snub, but he's a forward. He's a forward though.
A bunch of players. It's just all this hype around him. His team played amazing without him. There was a bunch of injuries in the West. It's just I feel like he's low-key overhyped. He's not on the same level as players like Devin Booker or Zion Williamson.
Oh, he's better than.
I just don't get it. And I hate all this talk. It's just he's so fucking arrogant and you haven't done anything in this league. You've done nothing. You underperformed the first real playoff series you get where it's a fair shot. You played horrible. You got carried.
Oh, so we don't count the year where he averaged 30 against the 1 seed and stole a game. We don't count that. He averaged 30 a game.
7 games to beat the Minnesota Timberwolves.
It's a bad year.
Shot under 40%. Shot under 25% from 3.
He was on pace to average 35 against the Warriors until Jordan Poole did what he did. So
next week we're gonna do our predictions on conferences like we did last year, like East and West.
Yeah.
The Memphis Grizzlies is not making the playoffs, bro.
Okay, that's insane.
But they're not going anything above an 8th seed, bro, or a 7th seed. It's not happening, bro. Jaren Jackson Jr. is injured. He shouldn't even be on this list, dude. You remember last year how I didn't even have him as the top. I don't think I even had him as a top 8 point guard, top 10 point guard.
I don't remember, to be honest. I don't remember.
You remember I had De'Aaron Fox over him? I had Darius.
Oh,
over him.
you had. Yeah, I do now. Yeah. Did you have Shea over him? I think you had Shea over him too.
Yes, I did. John Morant should not be here. He's my 14, and next year he's not going to be top 15 either, bro. It's not happening.
Okay. 13, a player that I heard you bring up, Zion Williamson. Zion Williamson is going to have a great year. He might even jump higher, a few spots higher in the rankings. I could definitely see that, especially with the few people that I have above him. I could definitely see him passing them. But we saw what he did in his first. He's been in the league for 3 years, but he's only played like a season worth of basketball. So if you want to take that into account, in terms of games, he's kind of a rookie. So as a rookie, he averaged damn near 30 points a game on historic efficiency, record-breaking efficiency. So the numbers are there. Just never seen a team success. I mean, I guess you gave him a pass because he's always injured. But this year, I'm expecting a lot out of him. There's no reason why you have a team with – we were just talking about this. There's no reason why you have a team with – well, I was talking about this with one of my other friends. But there's no reason you have a team with Brandon Ingram, CJ McCollum, a good coach, Valanciunas, a good center, space of the floor, Herb Jones, other young pieces. It's no way that Zion is this guy that we all think he is and should be and is going to be. It's no way that this team is lower than a 5 seed. It's no way. It's no excuse. It's no excuse. I don't care if you know what? I will give you 6. There's no way this team should be in the play-in. No way. I will give you the Clippers. I will give you the Nuggets. I'm not giving you the Mavs. You better be better than the Mavs. I will give you who else in the West? I will give you the Warriors. Fine. You can have who else is in the West? I'm expecting him to be better than the Suns. You took him to 6 last year without him, so I'm expecting him to be better than the Suns. So it's no reason. There's no reason this team shouldn't be a top 5 team in the West. Get it done. So I have high expectations for Zion. He's one of my MVP dark horses. We're gonna get into that next week, probably, or one of the following weeks. But big year for Zion.
First time in ranking history, we have 3 players that are ranked the same. Zion is my 13 too, and I think you hit the nail on the coffin for the most part.
Hold on. Let me. Oh, my bad. Let me get to this. Zion was 23 last year for me, 1 spot over Ja. So I flipped him and. Oh no, I kept him and Ja. Yeah, okay, my bad.
Zion is my 13, just like yours. You hit it on the nail on the coffin for the most part. Like you said, there's no reason he's set up to have an MVP type year. He looked great in his media day yesterday. He looks like he lost a bunch of weight. He looks fit. He looks happy. All the contract and all the trade talks, all those rumors is finally over with. So now it's time to just hoop. Another year, C.J. McCollum on that roster. He has Brandon Ingram, who played great last year. Val shot 50% from 3 for most of the season last year. Herb Jones, like you were saying, he has all this depth. He has all the tools. He has the coach. He has everything. It is a stacked Western Conference, but I do expect him to keep up with him. He averaged, 28 points on 60% shooting his only season playing. I expect Zion to have a good year. I don't really think he's going to be I can't see him being in between this 10 and 13 echelon area.
I could see him getting 10 maybe.
I'll just leave him at 13. I do like it. Y'all like Zion at 13. Read it.
Okay, we got that. Damn, 3 players in a row. Who was it? Ja, Zion.
No, not 3 in a row. We both had AD at 18. Then we had John.
Oh, first time in power history. Our number 1 gonna be different though, but we gonna save that for later. Number 12, a player you forgot, Jimmy Butler. I mean, you have him dropped last year. He was.
You think Jimmy's over Zion?
I think Jimmy's over Zion only because last year Butler was 17. I know for a fact Zion is gonna surpass Jimmy Butler, but I just seen Jimmy Butler take a team to the conference finals, and the year before I seen him take a team to the finals. They were the 1 seed this year. I had to. He might not play at a superstar level in the regular season, but he does. He has shown that he can elevate his play very high to a high standard when it matters. We haven't really seen that from Zion. Like I said, I definitely see him surpassing Jimmy Butler for sure. He's definitely gonna. I definitely see him passing Jimmy Butler, but right now I'm using last year and a mix of projection. I'm gonna go Butler 12 because what we've seen from Butler these past years, I can't just put a player like Zion who's rarely here over him. I just can't. I can't. No. But if you have Zion over Butler though, I can definitely rock with that.
No, it's a player that I haven't said yet. I haven't said him yet. And you disrespect him. It's been 2 years now. You disrespecting him. And it's uncalled for. This man is the only player in NBA history to have back-to-back games in the finals, 40 points, and lose. Devin Booker is number 12 on my list. My boy D Book. Now, I'm telling y'all, Chris Paul, I don't know what Chris Paul does. He has this winning effect on everybody whose name is not James Harden. Like, after Shea played with him, he became a winner.
Shea
No better player. After Shea got traded to the Clippers, he went from Shea Gilgeous, the role player, to Shea Gilgeous, the head of a franchise. And the same is really happening for Devin Booker. He went from just being a star player, all-star caliber player. This man is a bona fide star on the brim of being a superstar. I don't want to argue about it. Devin Booker is my number 12, I just think it's the Chris Paul effect. He made it to the finals. Last year he should have won, but he got blew up by 30 at home in Game 7 against Luka. It's Luka Doncic, though. Can anyone just blame him for losing to Luka? Chris Paul did And ever since he turned 37, he played bad. But I expect a lot of D-Book. He will be all NBA next season. Mid-range killer, a great secondary playmaker, one of the best 3-level scorers in the game. I'm gonna give him top 5 in that category. You gotta be Devin McGurry. You gotta stop disrespecting him. He gonna show you this shit with this loaded West. He gonna show you. He gonna make the West. He gonna show you.
I don't know. I don't think I might be a little low on Booker. I don't know. Man. It's just something about him, man. I don't know, man. I don't know what it is with Book. I got a thing for Book, I guess. Number 11. Now, my 11 and 10 were like, I think I changed my 11 like last minute and flipped it. Number 11. I'm going to go Damian Lillard. We haven't seen him in a while. You forgot Dame. No, you forgot.
I know you didn't do that, bro.
You forgot Dame?
No, Dame is on the list. But Dame, so I know you didn't do it, bro.
I had to, man. I thought about it. I flipped Dame, gave him 11. I mean, we all know Dame's great. Last time we saw him, huh?
Where was he last year?
Last year he was probably 10 or like 8. Oh, last year he was 11 under Harden. Yeah, okay, yeah, Dame. Last time we seen him, averaged what, like 35 a game, I think, against the Nuggets. Lost, had a 55 and 10 game, 55 and 12 game, 12 threes, 10 assists. I mean, it speaks for itself. He's a superstar. I don't see Portland doing much this year. I honestly, like I was talking to one of my friends yesterday, if Dame can get that team to an 8th seed, he will get my MVP vote. I swear, if Dame can get that team to an 8th seed in that Western Conference, he will get my MVP vote. I don't expect much from them. I don't know what they're doing. It's like they're rebuilding, but they just kept Dame around a bunch of rebuilding pieces. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. Dame's 11.
Now, my 11 is somebody else. Touching on what you just said, at least the last part, I don't know what they're doing either. Every time, like, I just try and think about that shit, it just low-key pisses me off. Like,
it's like it's really annoying because like it's like they're rebuilding. Okay, if you're going to rebuild, why are you just have Dame around fucking Anthony Simmons?
Dame is doing more harm than good, which is pretty ironic, counterintuitive to say, but like he's doing nothing but holding the rebuild back. Anthony Simmons in his second contract. You got Shaedon Sharpe, another young guard that's gonna need the ball in their hands. And you're better off just getting rid of players like Dame and Nurkic and just starting over. It seems like the Trailblazers would be better off trading him for their franchise. Just restarting. With my 11, now this is why I said I know you did it. Because I know damn well that you did not do this. You have Dame. You have these players under Damian Lillard, and it's disrespectful. It's hell. This is where we start this disrespectful category. My number 11 is...
I have who under Damian Lillard?
Jason Tatum is my number 11, and you have him under Damian Lillard. Jason Tatum. I cannot believe that Jason Tatum is top 10. Jason Tatum. Now, let's talk about Tatum now. Before we start this whole... I get he made the finals.
Tatum is damn near top 5 on my list.
And heavy quotation marks, led his team to the finals. Let's just review how he got there, okay? Net series, we all know they triple team KD the entire time. I don't know why y'all tried to make this whole thing of Tatum's now a two-way player.
You know, no. What you do is you use that to devalue Tatum beating the Nets. But then when I say if I was to defend KD. If I was to defend KD and I say he got triple team, you would say, "Oh, it doesn't matter. Get the job done. Get the job done. You want your cake and you want to eat it too. You want your cake and you want to eat it too. You can't do that."
That's where the league get the job done. What you getting clapped for? You
just say triple team. But you just use the triple team argument to bring down Tatum. But if I want to elevate KD, you say, and I was to say, well, he was triple team. That's why he had a bad.
How you the best scorer of all time getting stopped? They tried to triple team Giannis. What did Giannis do?
He underperformed. Like I said, he underperformed that series.
He averaged over 30 a game.
Look at his shooting. Look at his shooting.
Look at Kevin Durant shooting.
They both dropped, and his dropped more than KD's.
Am I running around saying, "Oh, Kevin's the best scorer of all time over Jordan"? No, I'm not. Tatum, I get Tatum. He did good. Last year, he was my 16, came to 11. And we had this whole argument every single time we got on the podcast last year before the playoffs got trashed. We did nothing but argue is Tatum a superstar. Is he a superstar, Mike?
Tatum is a superstar.
No, he's not, dude. No, he's
Yes,
not.
he is. Undoubtedly. Undoubtedly Tatum. Tatum is damn near top 5.
Nah,
You saw what ESPN had him 7. You saw what ESPN had him 7. He over Embiid, I'll tell you that much.
Tatum,
But we'll wait. We'll wait. We'll wait. We'll wait. Oh yeah, I've been pushing that agenda the past few
I
days.
understand the projection with Tatum. A lot of people have him for MVP next year, just like how y'all did Luka the next 2 years. Tatum's not winning MVP in the next 3 years. But I can see Tatum ending up as probably top 7 at most on my list by the end of the year. I don't see this spectacular top 5 jump some people were talking about. The top 5 is locked for me at Clamp. Tatum, I expect good things from him. I expect big things from him, but I just don't see it. He's inconsistent in the playoffs. When he led his team to the finals, it was pretty ironic that the same guy that's on the screen with me said the opposite thing about the Phoenix Suns, who did the same thing winning against a bunch of injured teams. And, oh, what did you say? As soon as they went against a healthy team, look what happened. Look at what happened to Boston when they went against a healthy team. Tatum
Not
was
true.
consistent, so he choked. It's like I was watching wrestling. Like I was watching Samoa Joe just choke him out. He choked. He played horribly. And the same way, you people said they gave the finals away. No, Tatum gave it away. Tatum, your top 8, top 5, top 3, whatever you want to call him, he's not it. He's not it. He's not top 10, and he ain't touching it. And you think Damian Lillard isn't better than Jason Tatum? Are you crazy? I still haven't seen Jason Tatum do a fraction of what Damian Lillard has done.
Talk about inconsistent in the playoffs. Dame is very inconsistent when it comes to the postseason. Dame is probably the most inconsistent superstar in the postseason. I would say that him and Tatum are neck and neck.
Jason Tatum's a superstar. Jason Tatum has that title on lock.
You know what? I can't even be mad at you because at least you got Tatum over Book. At least you didn't push that bullshit.
Barely. Damn, we was arguing about that last year. Book was my 15 last year. Tatum was my 16.
Yeah, at least you don't got Tatum over. At least you don't got Book over Tatum. So
in the top 10.
Oh, we getting serious. Top 10. The littlest offense in the league. Trae Young. Top 5 in points, top 5 in assists. I mean, he speaks for himself. I think he was third. Was Trae third team All NBA? Because I think it was like some kind of like controversy about his ranking. But he was definitely All NBA. I think he was third. He might have been second. But All NBA player, All NBA talent. Got the Hawks. Hawks are probably going to have a big year this year. They're probably going to they have a chance to be a top 4 seed in that conference. I would say they definitely have a chance to definitely have the tools. Excited to see what Trae Young does with another shot creator, ball handler alongside him, take the pressure away from him. Trae Young, we see he's had some big moments in the playoffs. We've seen what he's capable of. We saw what he did to my Cavs in the playoff play-in game, even though they shouldn't even been there. But yeah, Ice Trae. I gotta go Ice Trae number 10.
Yeah, he was third team All NBA. Trae is my number 10 too. You made it on the coffin for the most part. I expect big things out of the Hawks this season with DeJounte now on the team. Another year, John Collins, Clint Capella. They got a great bench that still should be developing itself. And Trae, he was actually in my top 10 last year. He was number 9. He's now 10. I think I moved him up just simply because of what I've seen in the playoffs now. Against the Miami Heat, they tore him down. He played horrible. That was some of the most horrible basketball I've seen from a superstar in my life.
Yeah, that was bad.
It was horrible. And he's shown to be pretty inconsistent in the playoffs too. In the Bucks series last year before he got hurt, he dropped 48 on Drew Holiday. After that, he was nothing. Should say it's Drew, but if you're a superstar, you still have to get it done. And yeah, Trae for the most part is my 10. It's going to be a loaded Eastern Conference, and he probably will be in the play-in again next year just by default. The East it's loaded. Trae's my 10.
Trae's your 10. Trae's my 10. Trae was 12 last year under James Harden. Ouch. That's rough. Number 9. Jason Tatum. You shat on him. I'm about to praise him. One of the youngest players to lead his team to the finals. Jason Tatum at 24. Only players that beat him are LeBron at 22. I think Dwayne Wade was also 24. Someone else was 23, maybe Magic or Bird, one of the two. But one of the youngest superstars we've seen take a team to the finals. We've never seen anything like what Tatum did last year. Turns the team from an 11 seed all the way to the 2 seed in a span of what was it, like 60 days? Whew. if Tatum didn't have inconsistent, because he's kind of inconsistent throughout the regular season as well, and he had a bad start last year, had a better ending, but if he kept it leveled all throughout and was more consistent, he probably, who knows, he probably could have took the MVP home last year if he was consistent all last year. They were the 2 seed. I don't know who. I mean, just saying, but had a great postseason. Showed that he's a superstar. Showed that he will one day be a 2-way superstar. He one of my goals for him this year is to make an all defensive team. I want to see him take another defensive jump. I think that's very possible. I think that's very possible. Tatum, I mean, he went through KD and Kyrie, swept them, made mince meat of them. Who did he go through in the second round? Oh, Giannis, your boy Giannis. He went through Giannis, made mince meat of them, blew them out in Game 7. Also made mince meat of the Heat, won Finals VP, the first ever Eastern Conference Finals VP. Just have to throw that in there. So that means he's also the youngest, also the oldest, also the best, oldest, and youngest Eastern Conference Finals MVP ever. And he took him to the finals, but we're not going to talk about the finals. Tatum's number 9. There's no way he's not a superstar. There's no way he's not top 10. Jason Tatum all day.
Jason Tatum went through was a fucking hospital hallway, a bunch of injuries. He went from
all day
injury to another room, injury here, injury there. No Ben Simmons, Chris Middleton, Hero out, Butler got injured. That's all.
You know what's funny? You know what's real funny when your guys get to play injured teams? It's all fine and whoop-de-doo and it happens. But when my guys play injured teams, it's like the worst thing.
3?
He played one injured team. The only injured team he played was the Bucks.
Ben Simmons now on the roster. I hate when
they never had him. They never had Ben Simmons. They didn't lose him.
Have him. He was hurt.
They didn't lose him. They never had Ben Simmons. They never had him to lose.
Yes, they did.
They still had Kevin Durant and Kyrie, and a lot of people still had them winning that series, which showed a lot of people still had them winning that series, which showed that team was still capable of beating the Boston Celtics. But you want to know who stopped that? Jason Tatum. Oh, you want to bring up Tyler Hero? Marcus Smart was out, missed games. Horford missed games in that series. Robert Williams missed games in that series. Was missing. So they were dealing with injuries too. So I'm not trying to hear it. The only team I would give you is the Bucks. The Bucks. That's the only team I'm giving you. Dude, the fact that he even got there from an 11th seed shows a lot. It shows a lot. If Giannis turned the Bucks around from an 11th seed to 2 seed and got to the finals, I wouldn't hear the end of it. I wouldn't hear the end of it.
Giannis will never be in that position. He'd never do that. He'd never be in a position. It's not possible.
Hey.
My number 9. Now, we did touch him already, but you haven't Trey Young is better than Damian Lillard already? We just gonna give him the keys like that? Do we not see what he's done in the playoffs last year? You think he's gonna get better?
Trey?
Damian Lillard is my number 9. Dame is not better than Trey Young is not better than Dame, and I'm a big Trey Young fan, but Dame, I just gotta see it, man. I can't just like how we had all this faith in Anthony Davis all these years, I'm not just gonna pass on Dame like that. I know what Dame has shown me. He doesn't have the keys anymore, though, because I'd rather have C.J. McCollum than Shaedon Sharpe and fucking Jeremy Grant. His team year after year is just getting worse, but I do expect Dame to be the Oakland hero, the Portland hero, the neighborhood hero. Damian Lillard is going to do it. The Portland Trail Blazers will finish as a top 6 seed. If he finishes
as a top 6 seed, he should win MVP unanimously.
35 against I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even want to say that 35 is like just such a big accomplishment because now that I think about it, Jokic didn't have anybody in that series, did he?
He had MPJ though.
So I guess it was basically just McCollum and Dame versus Jokic and.
It was pretty. I would say it was pretty even, pretty fair, balanced.
I don't really want to talk about playoff success with him because next year, no matter what it is, he's losing. I don't care what team it is, he's losing. You're not winning no playoff games with that roster. But Dame is my 9. You pretty much touched up on him. He was my 13 last year.
Who did I say? Tatum. Tatum was my 13 as well, I think. Tatum was My 13. So Tatum jumped. It's only a matter of time before he closes in on Giannis. Number 8. Or number 8. I kind of want to put him 7, man. Last year I had him. I kind of want to put him 5, but it's the fact that he was 8 last year. LeBron. I'm going to put LeBron 8. He, 36 and 6, second in scoring.
What, injured?
Well, you can't be doing that much breaking if you average 30 a game on 50% from the field. Or does he just paint max like Giannis?
He didn't make.
Is that what you're saying?
He didn't make the playoffs.
36 and 9. Numbers speak for himself. Missed the play in. He didn't even make the play in. So it's rough for me to put him over other guys on this list just because of his impact and playoff success. But LeBron is undoubtedly a top 10 player in this league still. I still think at the end of this year he still will be a top 10 player in this league. Maybe top 5. But I mean LeBron. He could be top 5 now. LeBron could be top 5 now. LeBron could fight for that 5 spot. My 5 through 8 is very tight. It's a lot of wiggle room, a lot of flexibility.
LeBron
But
8.
I'm gonna go LeBron.
My number 8, man. I mean, like I said, I think this whole probably 6 through 8, 6 through. No, I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna put that in there. But this whole 6 through 8, 5 through 8 is pretty interchangeable. My number 8 is Joel Embiid. Now, I've been high on Joel Embiid. I love defense. I love two-way players, but I cannot deny. And it took me like I had to really sit down and think about this because you pointed it out. This man really hasn't been out the second round. Kind of like when Chris Paul never made it out the second round, we ridiculed him. Like we shitted on him like for years, whether it was because of the what do you even call it? The Clippers, his Hornets teams, his Rockets team. Did they ever? They made the Western Conference Finals, didn't they?
The Rockets, yeah, they made it.
What
the Rockets? Yeah, they lost.
What was that? That was 2016. I want to say we was all saying Harden was.
Who are you talking about? You talking about the Rockets?
Yeah, it was 2016.
With Chris Paul, they made it in 18.
They made it 18.
And they missed 33s in a row. 27 threes.
Yeah, it was 18. That was that LeBron shit. That LeBron team, not 16. We ridiculed him for years, and I mean years, because he didn't make it to the Western Conference Finals. So we're kind of doing the same thing for Joel Embiid, but I don't think Chris Paul was ever considered a top 5 player. I don't think Chris Paul was ever considered at one point arguably a top 3 player at one point. We was all talking about Joel Embiid was going to win MVP when Ben was out before the Harden trade. He had the Sixers top 2 most of the year. Most of the year they was top 2, just him and Maxey. Playoffs came and he got hurt. I don't want to try and blame Joel for getting injured, but there's no way out of 5 years, 4 of the years you are injured. I understand he was dealing with 3 injuries. He had the whole eye socket, concussion. I think something was wrong with his nose or a signal.
Stomach.
Yeah, it's just I can't have you in my top 5 when you are never here when it matters. You don't just get a pass for making the playoffs and winning a playoff series. When you are a top 4 seed, 9 times out of 10, the bottom 4 in your conference is trash compared to what you have. Their teams are probably 1 all-star max, or they just have great teamwork. You're not going to keep on getting a pass from me when you and Ben Simmons, 2 bona fide top 25 players at the minimum, could only win me a playoff series. Now you have James Harden. You could only win me a playoff series. You had Jimmy Butler, Tobias, JJ. And that was the year you should have made the finals. You would have had a ring. You still couldn't get it done. That was the one year he was not injured, and guess what he did?
They lost to a shot, but like you're about to get on, I'm sure.
Because of him. 12 points per game. Marc Gasol's clamping you, huh? Serge is clamping you in your prime. We're the most. That was when people was comparing him to calling him Baby Shaq, most dominant player in basketball. Giannis can't touch him. So no, you're not. I can't keep on giving him slack. I understand the second in MVP, but I'm tired of us in this top 10 list just in general. These players are going to be amazing in the regular season regardless. All of them have. I can say anybody in our top probably 12 wouldn't surprise me if they won MVP. They all have had a case within the last 3 years, with the exception of maybe Kawhi. We all know he's MVP material to win an MVP. I care about when it matters with these players. And Joel Embiid, it's always something. It's always a choke, an injury, just something. Even the Atlanta series, he didn't play that good. The numbers was there. The fourth quarter, he played horrible. played trash. And Atlanta, Trae Young in that series played bad. Ben Simmons was clamping him, and he still couldn't get it done. I don't know what else you need. Do you need James Harden in Houston? You don't got him no more. Now we didn't give him maxing another year. Harden's gonna be healthy. He said he was healthy. He said he got in shape. Lost 100 pounds. I don't believe it, but Harden in shape. PJ Tucker. You got rid of Daniel. You got Daniel House. Got rid of Danny Green. You don't have to worry about getting double teamed because Thibault is not on the bench. There is no more excuses. The coaches, the help, it is all there. And I feel like it's going to be another year where he comes up short. I don't see the Sixers getting out of the second round this year. They're not going to beat Boston, Milwaukee, the Nets. They're not going to do it. Shit, I'd be surprised if they even beat the fucking Cavs at this point. It's not going to happen. So he's at 8, and I wouldn't be surprised last year if he moved to 9 or 10. I'm slowly but surely giving up on Joel Embiid. I just don't think it's fair. Now that I think about it, I'm not going to say it in order, but Jokic has made it out the second round. Kawhi has. Giannis, Luka, KD, Booker, Tatum, Trae, Dame.
Jimmy Butler, twice. Been to the third round twice.
Just name a couple of players on this list, and Joel Embiid has not done it. And I don't know why we're not ridiculing him. I don't know if it's just because of injuries, because Chris Paul got injured a lot, and they still ridiculed him heavily for it. It's no reason for Joel Embiid to not have even made an Eastern Conference Finals. All these amazing teams. So he's going to be my 8, and I wouldn't be surprised if players like Trae and Tatum eventually got over him. I'm not going to say Dame because I don't expect much out of Dame either. But I wouldn't be surprised if in 2 years he wasn't in my top 10.
Really?
There's no excuses for MVP players.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like you said, winning one playoff series is nothing because, like you said, the team you're playing is most likely nowhere near you. That's why
I'm going to say Sixers is consistently a top 3 seed in the East. Consistently. You're going bottom 6, 7, and 8 seeds.
And even when you had the chance to beat a 5 seed, you blew it with Trae Young. So that's why I kind of like, if you notice, I kind of use the conference finals as a benchmark. Like, oh, he's been there, been to the conference finals. He hasn't, like, type thing. Because I think that's a good benchmark. Like, at least win 2 playoff series. But yeah, every superstar that you can think of has won a 2 playoff series in recent that we could think of, like recently, in the past 3 years, 4 years, except Embiid. But actually, yeah, and I was thinking, like I brought it up to you a few days ago, I don't know why either we don't make a big deal out of it. Because when you got guys like Luka playing by himself, damn near, Trae, I don't think you credit the Hawks that year. They actually did have a good team around Trae. But in terms of
Herter had 30 in that game, 7.
Yeah, they had a good team around Trae, but Trae was really the only shot creator, I guess. But they did have
played horrible. Game 7 of that series, Ben held him to 5 for 28.
Yeah, so like, I guess I'd say Luka by himself, damn near. But other players have been to the third round at least, and then Embiid hasn't. I think that should be talked about more. I'm actually gonna make a last minute adjustment. I'm gonna switch my 7 and 8. So I'm gonna put LeBron 7. I'm gonna put Embiid 8. I mean, you just kind of, I don't even know what to say. Yeah, I kind of assumed. So I'm gonna just move to 6. 6. I'm gonna go back-to-back MVP Nikola Jokic. He did not crack the top 5. He did not crack the top 5. He didn't.
Jokic is in top 5.
Jokic is not top 5. You know what? Where was Jokic last year? Jokic last year was... And last year Embiid was 7, LeBron 8, but I just swapped it. Jokic was 6 last year. Actually, I might have to make another last-minute adjustment. No, I don't know, man. I'm going to keep him 6, man. Jokic 6, so I already know who your 6 probably going to be, but I mean, it speaks for himself. He got obviously... Jokic has a case to be anywhere from top 2 to me to top 2 to top 6, in my opinion. You can make a case he's the second best, the second, third best player.
It didn't move him anywhere for you, huh?
It didn't. I mean, because last year's MVP was bad. You can't win MVP as a 6 seed unless you do something very historic, like we seen with Russ. I mean, he didn't. What are we giving brownie points for keeping your team out the play-in? You don't think Embiid could have got that team out the play-in? You don't think Tatum could have got that team out the play-in? You don't think I don't know. Dame could have got that team out of playing. Like, I don't know. I feel like the standard last year was very low, even considering his injuries. But are we really making a 6 seed the standard? So last year's MVP was kind of bad. But I mean, it speaks for himself. Back-to-back MVP, damn near averaging a triple-double. He didn't win a playoff series last year. Won a playoff series the year before without his best player, his best teammate out. I mean, Jokic, huh?
He lost to the champs.
And they lost to the champs this year. I think, yeah, they stole a game. He played good. He played good in the series, but I mean, Jokic, best big man, best center in the league. I'm gonna go 6, and he didn't move a spot. I'm gonna go 6.
My 6, man. It's gonna be controversial, kind of maybe. And I go back, and he was part of why I kept on going back and forth on this list. And we was talking about it earlier in the week. We talked about this before, and I've defended him. Last year, he was my 4, and it's pretty ironic he won a title and he moved to 6. Curry is my number 6, man. I understand it. He won a title, first Finals MVP. He probably moved to most people top 10 all time. He's my number 11. He's my 6, and here's why. Everybody else on this list brings me something else. Like, they're elite at one thing, and they're at the bare minimum good at something else. Like, I'm not going to say Giannis is elite at anything outside of maybe, I don't even know what you'd categorize that, scoring in the paint, but at least he's an okay or good playmaker. Okay, good. And I'm not saying Steph is...
And he's great on defense, so...
Yeah, I'm not... Yeah, that's my dumbass. Yeah, but it's like, Steph is just the greatest shooter of all time. I understand he's an amazing off-ball playmaker for himself. He gets all his teammates being wide open because of his center of gravity. But I'm refused to reward somebody or say that they're just... I just don't put that much stock in it. When it's like, you're not physically passing them the ball. You're not going to the paint and making defenders move. It's just everyone's chasing and focusing on you. And I appreciate that and I understand that. But, like, how can you be top 5 when you're only elite at one thing? I don't know. I understand maybe you want to categorize off-ball movement as maybe being something that someone can be elite at, but I just don't hold that much weight in that as I may do playmaking, like actual playmaking, defense, rebound, anything. It's just, he just shoots, and I appreciate it, but it's just hard to rank him. Shit, it was hard for me to say he's better than LeBron James, to be real with you.
It really was. I swear to.
And like I said, it really hit me last year because I was trying to make a TikTok and I just couldn't because, like,
I swear I almost put LeBron at 5, man.
I don't even believe the accolades thing because I understand it's not fair to take accolades away because what else is you going to say? He got the job done and he did it. But, like, if rings and MVPs wasn't a thing, he wouldn't even be top 10, being real with you. He'd just be an elite sharpshooter. That's all it is. And he's just in a system where it works. They play around it. And there's no other system, no other team, no other player that Draymond Green will be able to bring the ball up the court and do nothing but look for Steph as he run around screens. There's no other system. There's no other player that Draymond can do that with. There is no other system where Klay Thompson is more than just a sharpshooter that's getting 4 to 7 threes a game being stationary. He's just in a Golden State Warriors system where everything was laid out perfectly. And I don't really like to make someone's rings less valuable when they didn't do anything to deserve it outside of Kevin Durant joining and maybe the Cavs' injuries in 15, which wasn't really his fault, but still. But, like, no one can explain to me why he would be top 10 if top 10 all times if accolades wasn't a thing. I know it's not an all-time list. It's just hard to, like, spit it out on why he's not it. It's hard to argue why someone who just won a Finals MVP, back-to-back unanimous MVPs, isn't top 5, but he's just not it. Like, I don't even want to say that he's better than LeBron. Or even Joel to an extent. It's like, it's just shooting.
Steph is a tricky one too, man. Yeah. He's my 5. He's my 5, but Steph, yeah, I mean, for everything you said, because like I said, I swear I almost put LeBron over him, because as a player for player, Steph is not better than LeBron. He's not.
And then
but then
bring up that dumb argument. I understand, like, player for player, Ben Simmons, player for player or whatever, or overall player is better than him. But, like, just, like, not taking it that literally. Like you just said, LeBron is better than him. He's better.
He is. Like, he really is. But I took into account, I guess, the impact, factored in because he did just take a team. He is the centerpiece of one of the best dynasties of this era. He did just take a team to the finals again and win a final. So I took that into consideration, of course. But yeah, he's a tricky one for everything you said. He's like you said, he's just I will expand it from shooter. He's just a great scorer, but he's really just a great shooter. But he's a good scorer, but he's really just a great shooter. But like you say, he's not the primary ball handler. He's not good on defense. He doesn't he doesn't rebound. And then that gravity shit, I low-key hate that because I feel like every superstar makes life easier for their
It has some
for
sort
their
of center of gravity. Maybe it's not opening the court up so much, but let's be real. If Chris Middleton or Drew Holiday moved maybe a little bit more, the same thing could be said about Giannis or AD or fucking Kyrie Irving. Ben Simmons is about to be a great example of Kevin Durant doing it. It's not like it's something that no one else has.
Yeah, so like that, I kind of hate that whole gravity argument because that seems to be the main argument when it comes to Steph. A lot of times, especially his fans, he's arguably the greatest, has the most gravity ever, bro. All superstars have gravity. All superstars make their teammates better. All superstars create better looks for the team and everything. So I guess Steph does it to a better extent sometimes, and he might get you easier looks and might just layups. But every superstar has gravity. Every great player has gravity. But yeah, like you said, when you look at it, when you break it down, he's a point guard. He's not even the main facilitator, main ball handler. He's literally in a system that's perfect for him, for his style, his play style, which I guess I can't penalize him for. But it's something to take into consideration. Because like you said, he's not a better player than LeBron. He's just but like it's like you kind of have to. It's like you said a few days ago, you have to rank him high, I guess. Because like you said, I don't even know if he's really a better player than Embiid. Well, I don't know, Embiid, like you brought up in the playoffs. But LeBron, I don't know if he's just a better player than LeBron right now still. That's why I would still say LeBron is still fighting for that top 5. But I gave it to Steph. I gave a nod to Steph. I guess I took into account how impactful he is to that dynasty and how impactful he was to that run this year. Steph is a tricky one too.
I try not to. I know we on 5, but I try not to get into the politics or like devaluing, like looking for a reason for someone not to have the success. But like when you talk about the best teams of this era, best dynasties or whatever, dude, I don't see it. I don't see it. The head of every other dynasty or every other core, their player was top 3 unanimously for a decent amount. We've never even said that about Steph long enough. And this whole dynasty, like 2015, it was LeBron. The top two out of 3 players on that team was hurt. Kevin Durant, and I understand the Celtics. I give them the Celtics and all, but like, nobody on that team is historically great yet. None of them are even close to being historically great. Their best player wasn't even 25. Do we even talk about Tim Duncan beating the Cavaliers in 2011? Do anybody brag about that? Do anyone brag about LeBron James beating the Thunder? No, we don't. No one brags about no one even cares about Keem's ring because he beat fucking Baby Shaq by himself. So why is the only thing that he's accomplished is winning a ring against a premature ass team that probably shouldn't have been there in the first place? I just don't like it. And I get he has to make the cut or whatever. I'm just going to 5. My 5 is Kawhi. I mean, this is a player that I think I wouldn't be surprised if he won MVP. I wouldn't be surprised if he was if he was 4, 3, or really 2. There's an argument for all of it. Just how good he plays in the playoffs, how elite of a defender he is. He's one of the only true two-way players that is not a center. He's only one of the true two-way guards. forwards in this league. I guess you could say Butler, maybe Tatum. But he actually has elite defense a decent amount of the season. He's not always there, but you can't replace what Kawhi's giving you in the playoffs. And that's just the flat-out truth. He was playing good this season before he got hurt, or last season before he got hurt against Utah. And when they blew the 3-1 lead to Denver, he played good in most of those games besides that Game 7. It was really PG, and the rest of them not showing up. And I expect a big year out of Kawhi. He looks a lot bigger. He looks healthier. He seemed, in his media day, he looked like he was having fun. He got more help. This team should be elite. By the end of the next season, I wouldn't be surprised if Kawhi has that argument for being a top 3 player again like he was in 2019 or even 2020 for the most part. Damn, top 3? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I think Luka versus Kawhi is gonna be an argument. I think there's an argument now, but I think it's gonna be a solid, legit argument to be made that Kawhi is better than Luka next season.
11 in top four. My four. Steph was 5 last year too, I think. By the way,
Steph was my 4. Kawhi was my 7 last year, so I expect big things from him.
Luka is my 4. Last year he was my 9. Which actually, when you kind of look at it, isn't that bad. Going into from the beginning preseason last year, it wasn't that bad. Yeah, the players I had over him, I guess you can't kill me. Embiid, Bron, Steph. Yeah, okay, you can't kill me. But Luka's, huh?
Also, he didn't win a playoff series before then. He just went to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah. So Luka is my 4. Had a great playoffs. Always has a great playoffs. What does he have? Out of what his 30-something games, what does he have? 1 or 2 bad games? Only player to average 30. Him and MJ. I mean, his resume speaks for itself. One in these upcoming years, he's going to be in the argument for best player in the league. I definitely believe that. MVP coming soon.
What is it, 2022? Giannis only like, what, 28?
So you think he has a chance to be the GOAT, but you don't think he will one day be the best player in the league?
So you saying soon? I don't know. Giannis only 20 years. Give him like 4, 5, 6 more years, maybe.
Soon. And who said it's Giannis? Why do you keep assuming it's Giannis's throne to take?
It is his throne. What do you mean?
We'll get to that. We'll get to that next. We'll get to that next number. But yes, I mean, he always shows up. He's typically always healthy, always giving you 39 and damn near triple double. Shows off in the postseason. Like I said, had a great run this year. Luka Doncic, always has them in a good shape playoff wise. Without the best help around him, never has had to quote All-Star. Even with that being said, has made it to the 3rd round. I mean, Luka, one of the most impactful players on offense in the league. Great playmaker, great scorer. I don't know what else to say. Efficient, consistent.
It's not bad. I think for the most part, 3 through 5, maybe 2 through 5 is interchangeable. Maybe 2 through 5.
Really?
Maybe 2 through 5 might be interchangeable. My number 4 is Jokic. You touched upon him for the most part. When you was talking, I was thinking like, I don't want to say like Curry because it's not like Curry because at least he's the head of the offense and he's led, like when they made the Western Conference Finals, he led the team in points, assists, and rebounds all the way there against all the other teams. But like, I was thinking about it, and maybe it's because I don't watch Nugget games that much. I'm not gonna lie to you, they're not exciting. The last 2 years they've been practically hurt all year. I'm not gonna lie to you. Do you think Jokic as a player has improved since 2020, since they made the Western Conference Finals? Him as a player, himself, do you think he improved, or do you think he got the ball more in his hands since Murray and MPJ was gone? Do you think
got the ball more in his hands?
So you don't think he improved? Like, you don't see no jumps in him like you may have seen through, I don't know, Tatum. Great example, Tatum. We see that he's a better defender, has more control and poise on offense, a decent playmaker at times. Do you think Jokic got better in the last 2 years? Or do you think he's just the same good player that just got more opportunity?
Same more good player that just got more opportunities, but that's not necessarily a bad thing to say because how much better can you get from 27, 13, and 8? It's like, I don't know. So like, you said what?
He finally got to how impactful he was without all that help.
Oh,
players like
yeah.
But yeah, it's just Jokic. He's my number 4, back-to-back MVP. He showed how impactful he was. He only managed to win 1 game against the Warriors. Don't doubt him because he's the champ. There was a lot of pressure on him to win that game. Going to be the first MVP ever to get swept. Didn't happen. Last year, he won a series without his top 2 players. And next season, my hot take, I know I probably shouldn't be saying this as soon as I am, but I'm going to go with Denver being a top 2 seed in the West next season with Jokic. I don't think they're going to let Jokic win 3 MVPs in a row. Haven't been done since Bird, like 40, 50 years ago. But Jokic is my number 4, and back-to-back MVPs, all that impact, you probably expect them to be top 3. At least a lot of people have them top 3. A lot of people have them top 2. I can't go that far with Jokic just simply because I don't know. He hasn't shown me enough. Outside that Western Conference Finals run, I just pretty much feel like 3 players ahead of him have shown more in the playoffs and even shown more in the regular season. And I thought about it when you were saying this too as well about him winning MVP as a 6th seed. I don't think they should have set that standard. They shouldn't have. It should have been a one-time thing with Russ, and they should have just left it at that.
Yeah, it should have been an anomaly. Okay, that's a good ranking. Like I said, that little 4 through 6 is interchangeable. It's about to get serious. Number 3. I thought about it. Why is Giannis undisputedly just like the best player in the league?
Right. Why are you talking about Giannis number 3, bro? We not about to do this.
Just tell me why, though. Why is a player that's known to be one of the easiest superstars to stop in the postseason, why is he just automatically top 2 or just
last postseason? They still won 7.
We'll save Giannis for a few more spots. Number 3 is Kawhi. He was my 3 last year. I mean, you pretty much said everything I would say. One of the most, probably the best since he's been in Toronto. So 2019, probably the best postseason performer in the league. You can make a case for. Been in that top 3, top 5 range since he's been in Toronto. Great on defense, great scorer. Not really a playmaker, but like you said, one of the only true two-way superstars in the game who are not only elite at defense, but elite at offense. You look at Jimmy Butler, not really elite on offense, but you could say he's good, elite on defense. Look at Tatum, not really elite on defense, but he's elite on offense. You could say he's good. You could say he's good on defense, but Kawhi is truly elite on both. I would say PG2. That's crazy. They really have the 2 best two-way players in the league.
PG just inconsistent on offense in the playoffs. That's all.
But that's crazy. But yeah, but like you said, one of the only two-way superstars in the league. Don't know, one of the best playoff performers, Kawhi. He hit my 3.
Now, it's my turn for 3, and I know this is gonna stir some controversy. And I know that I'm gonna be one of them people that I don't think I'm regretting. I know I'm gonna be one of them people that people like ooh or ahs whenever this goes on TikTok. And trust me, I truly feel like this isn't just to create an argument or anything. I know it's gonna get a reaction out of you. Kevin Durant is number 3 on my list. Now you gotta hear me out, okay? The last 4 years, this man has been injured. He's been hurt throughout the season. And the bare minimum for these players, I'm not saying he wasn't elite. He averaged, 30 points, 29 points in the regular season. But how many games are you going to miss, my brother? Every single year you miss in 2 to 3 months. We get 2 to 3 month vacations. That's what we get. Last year in the playoffs, you played horribly. I predicted that you was going to play horribly. But you played horribly. And I understand, yes, so the Nets, everybody is there. But this isn't more predicated on Kevin Durant. This is more predicated on my number 2. But all you offer me is shooting. Just like Curry, all you offer me is shooting. I mean, you're better. You're one of the best, I'd say you're a top 2, 3-level scorer in the game ever. Maybe top 3 scorer ever. You're at the end of your prime. You ain't going to offer me probably anything more than 50 games. And you're too unpredictable. Like that shit he pulled in the offseason, you get lower because of how terribly of a teammate and leader you are. You tried to fire your coach. You left Kyrie high and dry after he came in. So I don't know what to expect from the Nets. And we cannot keep on making this path. I don't know. I'm not doing what you do anymore. He did this 4 years ago, 3 years ago. You have to update your resume. And Kevin Durant's resume is he is a bad teammate, not a real leader, don't get the job done when it matters. 0 for 6 in 2021 against the Bucks. No one wants to talk about that because they shouldn't have been there in the first place. Best players in the league gets it done. They ain't no excuse.
Didn't have any help. Can't get it done without help.
Kevin Durant's my 3, and that's really just that. Kevin Durant.
Who is your... Oh, okay. Who is your 4?
My 4 was Jokic.
Luka? Oh, Jokic. Kevin Durant is better than Luka, bro. Dude. Kevin Durant, the greatest scorer ever.
I'm saying that.
Touch a basketball. 7 foot, can handle it like a point guard. Can do everything you need him to do. You need him to play center. You need him to play small ball lineup and protect the rim occasionally from time to time. Oh yeah, you could just get at to Kevin Durant. You need him to rebound the ball. Get at to Kevin Durant. Need him to close out games. Give it to Kevin Durant. Need him to get you 50 points on 20 shots. Get it to Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is number 2. A lot of people dropped him. Kevin Durant is. I can't wait for predictions. Kevin Durant will show y'all this year that y'all made a big mistake by pushing him out of the top 5 off of one playoff series. Are you kidding me? Push him off the top 5 of one playoff series. Were we doing that to Giannis? Were we pushing Giannis out the top 5 of one playoff series? Were we doing that to Giannis? No. Maybe we were questioning him a lot and ridiculing him, but he wasn't pushed out the top 5 ever. For them guys like Jokic over KD, ain't no way I'm taking Nikola Jokic over Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is the second best player in the NBA right now. Best scorer in the league, good playmaker, good defender,
So you don't think it's
good defender, good defender, good playmaker, great offensive talent. Kevin Durant. They're probably going to come out the East this year as long as they're healthy. Kevin Durant. I hope we get a Nets Bucks matchup again with a fair matchup, because we saw what happened when it was fair the first 2 games. We saw what happened when it was fair. We saw what happened when it was balanced. We saw what happened. 2-0. We saw what happened.
Let's be real here, bro. I understand all that, but Kevin Durant is not better than Luka.
Yes, he.
And I'm gonna be the one to say that Luka's my number 2. And I understand all this scoring shit, but Kevin Durant is not running my offense. Kevin Durant, all it takes for Kevin Durant is to get double teamed or triple teamed by a bunch of younger, more athletic, more durable, more just better, not better, but just players that are actually here. I understand all that, but you cannot continuously be top 1 or top 2 when you don't even play most of the season. You think you just take breaks like you're Kawhi Leonard? Kawhi's shown us he can win without the Golden State Warriors. You haven't. So I need to see Kevin Durant do something. He hasn't done anything since 2018. It is about to be 2023. That was 5 years ago. Since then, he has been hurt, choked in overtime, choked in the first round. That's all I've seen. And I'm tired. I'm going to give it to Luka. Luka deserved it. And I expect Luka Doncic to be first team All-NBA again. I expect Luka to, I'm not going to say get to a top 5 seed. I mean, he got a 6 seed minimum. The Mavericks, I don't think they got better. They got worse. They was my loser last week in the winners and losers.
Top two player as a 6 seed. Yikes!
Do you see no one's in the West?
Yikes!
If Luka gets that team to a top 3 seed, he has to be MVP.
Yikes! Top 2 player. We setting the bar at 6 seed.
I don't know. Luka don't got Kyrie Irving and Ben Simmons to save him when he gets injured.
I don't know. Maybe the reason why Mark Cuban won't get players like Kyrie Irving and Ben Simmons, because he needs the ball too damn much and he can't play. Kevin Durant can play with anybody. Kevin Durant can play in any system, any team, anywhere, because he doesn't need the ball.
Yeah, whichever system and team is gonna get him a championship, because he can't do it by himself. Kevin Durant has to join the system. Luka is the system.
It's not good. That doesn't work. That doesn't work.
Give him the tools. Why can't he get the tools?
That doesn't work.
It does. You just got to give him the tools.
We showed it with Kobe. We showed it with Harden. Now it's starting to show with Luka. It doesn't work. You have to change. It doesn't work. That whole, I'm the system, but it shows with Trae Young. It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
I take right now, Luka Doncic will average a triple-double, a more efficient triple-double than Russell. I mean, he more efficient triple-double than Russell Westbrook. In the next 3 years, Luka is going to average a triple-double at least once. It's going to happen.
Well, I hope he does, considering that Maxi Kleber has a rebound clause that if he gets if he gets under 7 rebounds, he gets extra. I forgot how much it was, but he has an incentive to get less rebounds. I could only imagine if Steven Adams had an incentive to get less rebounds, the ridiculing Russ would get. But of course, because he's white and European, and we want him to we want another Larry Bird.
He actually wins, he actually shows up in the playoffs. That's why he actually plays.
Well, he didn't win a playoff series until this year, so if that's showing up, he definitely shows up. He definitely participates, but he didn't show out before this year.
Luka was my 9 last year. KD was my 2, so he went down the spot, man. Kevin Durant, damn. Next season, we do this next year. I wouldn't be surprised if KD was out of my top 5. Like, if they do stay afloat and he gets injured, it's only because Ben Simmons will evolve into a top 20 player. Like I said, Ben Simmons in 5 years, Ben Simmons might be an MVP candidate himself. He might be. So where's we at?
Ben Simmons. Jason Tatum will win 3 MVPs before Ben Simmons even gets. Jason Tatum will win 3 MVPs before Ben Simmons even gets top 5 votes for MVP.
It's disrespectful, bro. Tatum will never win an MVP, bro.
Tatum will win an MVP. Tatum will win multiple MVPs.
No, he's not.
Tatum will win. I will say it right here, right now on the show. Tatum will win multiple.
Carmelo. Same thing. It's never happening. He'll never be above Giannis or Luka or Kawhi.
Why do you hate on players with bad situations?
Tatum is in a god. That's another player. When I swear to God, when Jaylen Brown leaves in 2 years and Marcus Smart is trash.
He's not. He's not gonna leave. You do know
What
that.
do? What are you doing? Tatum's all by yourself. Hey, I can't wait till that happens when they're stuck in mediocrity. Every single podcast, I'm gonna talk about it. Give me 2 years. Watch it happen. Brown goes.
Well, he doesn't have. Well, he won't have help. So will there be much to say?
Yeah, he ain't gonna be MVP. Stuck in mediocrity, getting bumped out the first round every year.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see.
And we already know. Hey, I just want to hear. Let me turn my volume. Let me turn my volume on. Who your number one, Mike? I still got my jersey up here. Who's your number one?
Until the Nets win the 2023 championship, Giannis is my number one.
What's his last name, Mike? Oh, you probably can't say it. Wait, who'd you say though? Like Giannis?
I mean, he probably has the most red flags as a number one in NBA history, but I will give it to him. He's number one. I mean, I just still find it hard to believe that you're the best player in the world and you can't shoot in 2022. You can't close games. You can't close games for your team in 2022. You're easily the most easy player to stop when it matters and easy player to game plan for. I mean, those are big red flags as the best player. How you gonna be the best player you can't close? Shouldn't the best player in the world be able to close? Shouldn't the best player in the world be able to close for their team?
He can.
Giannis can't close.
You saw what he did against the Nets in the regular season last year? You remember that step back three over Drummond to win the game?
Are you talking about regular season? I thought everybody plays good in the regular season. I thought we hold postseason moments to. I thought we hold top 10 players to postseason moment standards. That's what we hold. That's what you tell me about Tatum. That's what you tell me about Embiid. That's what you tell me about everybody else.
In overtime against the Nets in 2021, we won that ring. I don't know.
Didn't Chris Middleton seal the game with the shot he hit?
Y'all played KD.
He didn't outplay KD. KD had 48 and 10 that game.
These numbers: 34, 15, and 7 against Boston last year. 34, 15, and 7.
Look at his shooting. Look at his shooting.
He was playing 2K.
Look at his shooting.
He got 46%.
That's horrible.
How's it horrible? 46%?
For him, that's almost 10. That's a 10% drop. That's horrible.
Hey, that's
horrible.
That's 3% better than Tatum. What you mean?
Well, he's in the paint all day. He should have a better field goal percentage than a guard.
Tatum is not a guard for one. They play the same position.
I'm not doing
15 and 7. That's playing bad.
I'm not doing this.
I want to play bad then. 34, 15, and 7. What did he have last year? Hey, Giannis, I know I said this the last 3 years, but Giannis might win MVP again. Giannis might end up being the greatest.
You say that shit every year. You say it every year. And it's not going to happen. You say it every year. It's not.
Last year, Giannis 30, 12, and 6?
I can't wait to hear my MVP pick.
He shot 30% from 3? What would you say?
My MVP pick.
That's it, Giannis, undisputed number 1. No, 2 years ago, you and Kylan wasn't saying number. Giannis ain't gonna win a ring in 5 years. Yeah, what happened now? Now he's everybody number 1, not Kevin Durant.
Well, I didn't expect him to trade for an All-Star and Drew Holiday. I didn't expect him to do
an All-Star team since we was in elementary school.
I didn't expect him to do that.
Is that it? That's it.
That's it. We was right at an hour and a half.
This is a great podcast, man. Next week, what we're gonna do? We'll probably talk. What we're gonna do? Conference predictions.
I don't know. We probably might have to start jumping in predictions as the weeks. Yeah.
Eastern Conference, Western Conference.
Yeah. We
predicted Eastern and Western Conference last year, and we predicted who we got winning in the finals. And the next week we did awards.
Okay. We could do that.
I was thinking about that, bro. We had the Lakers going to the finals.
Yeah, that was an L. You had them going too, didn't you? Had them going, but you had them lose. I think I had them winning. No, I think I had them losing to the Nets.
They played the Nets, they was gonna lose. You said they played the Bucks, they was gonna win.
Okay, but I definitely had them as a lock. I definitely pushed them as a lock to come out that's crazy.
I had the Lakers losing in the first round. I already knew what was gonna happen. You already know what I'm
You
saying?
did not. You had them making the finals. Who did you have winning last year
I had the Bucks winning last year, going back to back.
against the Lakers?
I said that Giannis was going 3-peat. You remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. Giannis gonna make it next year.
You say that every year.
We got a great thing coming for y'all, man. Y'all know Ja probably won't make the playoffs, but we got some great shit coming for y'all next week, man. So make sure you hit that sub button. What? Is that a Memphis Grizzlies shirt? You gotta burn that shit, bro. Hell no. You gotta burn that shit.
Top 15, baby.
Next year he won't even be top 20.
Top 15. You're crazy. If you think he's not gonna be better than Pascal Siakam, you're crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy.
Mike, man, where we gonna find you at, man?
Go find me at Real Hoop Talks on Instagram, Real Hoop Talks on Twitter, Mikey Hoop Talks on TikTok. That's what I'm saying. Y'all know where to go. Y'all know where to go by now. Y'all better know where to go by now.
Y'all can find me at EGF Hoops on Instagram, TikTok, EGF Ron on Twitter, probably EGF Ron on Instagram too. But that's really it till next week, man. We got some. I'm about to post some shorts this week. I'm gonna post some TikTok clips too, man. You can check us out on there, and that's pretty much it. Any last words, Mike?
Pascal Siakam is not top 20. He's nowhere near better than Donovan Mitchell. The Cavs finally have a top 20 player. Can't wait.
Y'all missing the playoffs to just being first round losers?
Hey, we made the playoffs last year. Our record was better than the eighth seed. That's all I know. So
y'all was not in the playoffs last year.
Last time I checked, if your record is better than the eighth seed, that means you're the eighth seed.
Maybe
so we were in the playoffs.
2019. It is 2022 and they missed the playoffs, Mike.
Nah, we made the playoffs last year.
Man, that's it. Well, do I have any last words? I'm about to say Ja ain't gonna be top 20 last year. The Grizzlies will be an 8 seed and get swept in the first round. Tatum never, and I mean never, winning the MVP. Giannis is gonna go back to back soon. He might end up being the GOAT. Trae Young. Damn, I got nothing to say about you, Ice Trae. But that's it, man. We out.
We gone.